Part of that mission is to have forums like this, so that you have the opportunity to hear the candidates, learn about their positions, to meet them. And so that come next November, that we'll have a new governor and new leadership in this state.
Go Steelers, in case you didn't hear that. Well, it's wonderful to be here. And I'd like to say that, first of all, in my first 90 days in office, I'd like to hold a summit on 4 topics. One of those is education. I'd like to bring together the House, the Senate, the unions, the teachers, everyone involved, so that together we can come up with a correct funding formula for this state for education. One of my ideas includes this. As a county commissioner, we look at taxes all the time. We hold assess and appeal hearings. We do this for the school districts already. So why not give the counties the ability to set how they will be taxed in that county? 1% sales tax, income tax, and partially in some counties that don't have a lot of retail, they may retain some real estate tax. But this would give counties the option to totally do away with real estate taxes if they so choose. And it would take the onus off of the House and Senate. Thank you very much. And down in the basement, we have a gas heater. So it would be hypocritical to be against any of those things. They all belong in our energy portfolio here in Pennsylvania. I can tell you that I would do so much. I would tax the gas companies, but most of all I want to tell you, I would make them test it with water and dye before they ever start fracking. I think that way people could tell if it's coming into their homes or their wells. They would know when to look for it. But also, in addition to the tax, in addition to the testing, if they are repeatedly causing problems and breaking our environmental laws, we're going to pull their licenses. It's only going to take a few, and the rest of them are going to take notice, and we'll send them packing if they can't do it right. Thank you.
And Highmark, a dominant health insurer here in Pittsburgh, are locked in a contract dispute. As candidates for governor, do you think this deserves action in Harrisburg? And how would you lead on it as governor? Again, you have 1 minute to answer.
They say to speak from where you know. I'm a county commissioner. I also work with a lot of local municipal governments. And in that role, there are oftentimes conflicts. And what I've learned is that you don't go in and try and tell them that you know everything or impose your authority on them, because you really have none. You have to realize that. You can't do everything. But what you can do is show compassion. You can ask, how can I help? You can facilitate, but you cannot mandate. And I think that's very important to keep into perspective. There's always an answer, but we have to give and take. We have to put ourselves in the other person's shoes, and we have to be able to communicate clearly, concisely, and without losing our tempers. If we do those things, there's always solutions, and I think that can apply to this situation as well. Thank you.
And how that failure, what you learned from that failure, and how that failure will make you a better governor.
It's no secret, I've run for office before and lost. And I learned from that experience. I learned that sometimes people can be cruel, sometimes people can lock you out. Sometimes people can withhold giving you money so you can run a credible campaign. But this is America, and I don't care who you are, you can run for office. And I encourage everyone within my listening audience, do not let people bully you or tell you you're not good enough, because you are. I have had personal experience with this, and I can tell you that you can win. You can win, and you can soar like an eagle. You can rise above the clouds, and you can be anything you want to be. And I will be your next governor of Pennsylvania with your help.
What do you think are reasonable limitations or restraints relative to background checks, gun show sales, and requirements with respect to reporting gun thefts?
I grew up hunting with my family, my brothers and my sister. We all went out together. And it was one of those things that's how we survived. And my father had to feed 4 children, and we needed food. And of course, hunting was the way that we got our food. And so I also learned that people can be mean and malicious and do bad things. So it's important that we do have background checks, because those things usually happen if there's a mental health issue involved, or if someone is dying and maybe contemplating suicide, and maybe they're not thinking straight and it would become a murder-suicide, that they take someone along with them. And it's very sad. At the county, we do have to do, our coroner goes out and we have to do autopsies, and we have our hazmat team, and they've been going out and helping to get the bodies ready to take back to the morgues and things of that nature. It's a very, very traumatic thing. So we do need to do the background checks and make sure that whether it's through the internet, that's accessible even at gun shows right now. You don't have to be in your store to check out the background. Thank you. I favor banning fracking in the state parks, but not on people who willingly want to do that.